What is up, everybody? So I'm going to be talking about the full moon in Cancer. It's this morning, December 22nd at 10:49 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and it is at 0 degrees of Cancer. So the full moon is basically the culmination of the whole moon cycle. We start off with the new moon, which this time was on December 7th in Sagittarius. We start off at the new moon, and the sun and the moon are together, and then the moon goes around, and then when they're at their farthest point, that's the full moon, and which is in Cancer this morning, and then we get around to the next new moon, which will be on January 6th in the sign of Capricorn. So the idea with this is the full moon is the time to take action. It's the time where the energy is the highest. It's, werewolf howling at the moon, all that type of stuff. And in the sign of Cancer, it's in its home sign of Cancer. So this emphasizes, you know what I mean, the personal feelings. It emphasizes like a Cancer crab shell, like the home. I don't think it's any coincidence that the full moon in Cancer happens towards, the end of the year or into New Year's, because it's the darkest nights of the year. You know what I mean? We go into hibernation. It's this whole, you know what I mean? Like, gotta get home, gotta bundle up. It's the full moon in Cancer. So, or also like inviting people to our home. Inviting people to our home to celebrate the holidays or whatever that is. You know what I mean? This happens around this time of the year. So yeah, the full moon in Cancer is all about trusting your gut, man. It's all, you gotta trust the feelings that you're at. And for a lot of people, this time of year can be very emotional. I think this is a big part of that. This is when the personal self kind of bubbles up. It's, Cancer is the first water sign. And I kind of think of it as like the fountain of youth. It's like always bubbling up. It's our emotions, So a lot of stuff comes up at this time of the year. And, you got to go with that. Like, get into your little crab shell on your back and just get into it. Like this whole next year, we're sparked off into this North Node in Cancer. So trust your feelings. Trust what is coming up at this time. I'm like suddenly surrounded by cats, man. Hi, buddy. Yeah, get into it. Get into your home. This is not even staged, but I'm way into it right now. So yeah, like I said, this whole month of the new moon in Capricorn cycle, the new moon in Sagittarius cycle that we are currently in, kind of culminating with this full moon. We're in a new phase overall, so this month I said was kind of a good month to get settled into the new energy and kind of figure out what the next steps are. And I think that, actively charging your batteries, actively resting, you know what I mean, taking care of yourself during this time is going to be super important. And I think that that's kind of the idea of this full moon kind of leading through the new year into the next new moon on January 6th, which actually is in Capricorn. But yeah, like recharging the batteries, like taking care of your own self, your own body, making sure that, you're emotionally secure in whatever you're doing. Because after like this month, I think stuff picks up and we won't really have time to kind of get into this personal touchy-feely stuff for a while. So it's important to charge these batteries now so that you're ready to go after we hit the ground running on January 6th. So yeah, I think that there's been some tension leading up to this full moon. This full moon is kind of like in a T-square with some other planets, like with Mars and, it's the sun and moon and Mars and kind of some stuff over there. So it feels like, whatever we're trying to do, we're just not like, it's like moving through molasses. Like Mars in Pisces is like we're running in a dream. Like we're trying to do it, but are we really even running? Like what's happening? So just keep going, go with the flow, trust your emotions. It's all about the self, the guts, what's coming up from under. Yeah, so leading up to today, there's been this T-square which has probably been causing some tension. And for me, that has been expressing in the sense of like, I do just want to go home. I do just want to hang out with my cats or whatever, you know. But there's like, oh, I got to run around and do this Christmas shopping, or, you know, we're helping out with this, you know, thing for this charity or whatever. Or we're helping this or doing that, or, you know, I'm just making some stuff up now. I don't know. But like, there's the Capricorn, you know, public, this is who I am, and this is what I'm doing out here, and I'm and I'm out here in the world. But then there's this pull towards the inside, but I just want to go home. So we have these obligations, but I just want to go home. You know, I think of Titus on Kimmy Schmidt, but I already did something today. Yeah, I mean, that's just me. Maybe I'm just petty year round. So, but that's kind of how I would see that stuff kind of playing out right now. But the good news is that we have this really harmonious energy kind of over the weekend into next week. And there might be some kind of similar, you know, there might be some similar kind of drama like the week after Christmas, but it'll be fleeting because the moon moves fast. You know what I mean? The moon moves through the signs in like 2 or 3 days. So I think that that's also a good lesson of the full moon in Cancer, is that this is a phase. You know what I mean? Like, this is a good phase to rest, and this is a good phase to take care of yourself, and this is a good phase to get ready for the next phase. But it will change. This will happen, and it's going to pass. And then we're going to be in a different thing, and then that's going to change and pass, you know. But the waxing and waning of Cancer and the moon in general kind of speaks to that. Everything is a cycle. Everything is a calendar, you know. That's basically what astrology is just a bunch of different clockwork. This one's going real slow. This one's like, wow, 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 you know. And we're just sitting here marking time, just watching it. Oh, this is doing this day. This is doing that day. You know what I mean? Anyway, so there it is. Full moon in Cancer. Have a good holiday, everybody. Have a good, safe time through the new year. You know how to, like, people say that the week between Christmas and New Year's is pretty useless. I also feel that the week after New Year's is going to be similar to that. So just like really take care of yourself out there and take care of each other. It's about bringing your home on your back with you wherever you go. You know what I mean? So don't be like, I don't know, Oscar the Grouch or some shit like that. All right, peace. Merry Christmas.